Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the runner-up and Rookie of the Year balloting Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns as they match up with the longtime Raven Joe Flacco and his new team, the Denver Broncos. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, the day's growing shorter and we've got football to keep us busy right now from Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, a former Blue Hen out of Delaware. It's Joe Flacco.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie. It's Phillip Lindsay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
On 2nd and 9, Flacco. And Sanders has got it complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Setting up to throw, Flacco. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're on offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try to protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
So they convert on third with a gain of 22. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. A break from the ground game here. Flacco to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Flacco, now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
On first down, Flacco. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 15 yards on the play, first down. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall, second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hockenson. 8th overall, he was selected by. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, past the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsay, 84 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a Philip Lindsay touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the whip.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now. Mayfield now. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsay. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
3rd down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Got him in, he finds Sanders. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. 3rd down, Flacco from the gun. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
We got this.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him in football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
56, 56.
Chubb on the counter. Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Mayfield looks to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out there to start their next drive, Phillip Lindsay and the Broncos. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why quit?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Flacco. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards the pickup there. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Passing play, Flacco, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They go pass again with Flacco. And that will be incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here are the Browns to take over. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Flacco now, just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Flacco leaves to Lindsay on the draw. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Darius Taylor there in to make the tackle.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he He looked like one of those guys.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN. There on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with a stop in Los Angeles. Green Bay in town to take on the Chargers. And it's the Packers who are out in front in the second quarter. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head up the Pacific Coast to Seattle to check on the Seahawks at home at CenturyLink Field. And they have the lead over the visiting Buccaneers as that game has gone to halftime. Russell Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass. In our game, it's the veteran quarterback Joe Flacco who's led the way. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Flacco from the gun. He gets this one to Garcon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
From the gun, Flacco. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Let's go.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards there, a 1st down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. They run. Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They run it again with Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. The 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown, baby. Let's go.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The throw over the middle taken in. Jarvis Landry, the 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 79 yards. And the Browns get a score closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good, and that will get them 1 closer. That drive started on their own 25, 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And that will be incomplete. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. That's taken in by Callaway. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the fourth quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? Mayfield to throw it. He finds his target, Beckham. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down. Mayfield on first down. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 23 yards, the final tally.
Let's go.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
After review of the play,
Seibert on for the PAT. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
11 yards there, first down. Flacco now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 2nd and 11 now. Flacco. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Flacco. This is the tight end fan. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It goes as a gain of 8 and it moves the chains. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Flacco on the give to Lindsey, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll run. It's Lindsey. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Another run by Lindsey. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Broncos, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.